Hi cuties! I hope you guys are doing so well. I am super excited for today because I have new nail supplies to try out from a new wholesale nail supplies vendor. So if you're not super familiar with the term wholesale, basically all that means is this shop sells supplies at a very low price, basically the lowest price available, because their shop is marketed towards small businesses or retailers who are going to buy the supplies in really large quantities and then resell them. Or maybe you're like a nail salon owner and you just need to be able to buy a lot of supplies at a lower price. So let me just stop keeping you guys in the dark and tell you what this place is. This shop is called Nihaojewelry, and Nihaojewelry is also the sponsor of today's video. So thank you so much, Nihaojewelry, for sponsoring this video. Don't get confused by the name. Aside from all of the beautiful jewelry that they sell on their website at a super affordable price, they also sell a whole bunch of nail supplies. They also have other accessories and clothing on their website, and I definitely did pick up a couple things in my haul that are not nail supplies, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while. The website is also super easy to navigate. It offers multiple languages, so you can set the website to whichever language you feel comfortable. They ship worldwide, which I know is really important because y'all are all around the world. Most of the items on there are free shipping, which is super nice, and it's just really fun to have like a new shop to explore all of the nail supplies they have to offer, because I've gotten bored shopping on the same shop. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into this epic haul, shall we? Let's do it. Let's go. So obviously this box is very big and it is packed to the brim. So let me set this box aside so we can go through everything one by one. Also, I do apologize if I sound a bit congested in this video. I have been recovering from being sick with the dreaded coronavirus over the past week, so I'm feeling a lot better now. Going through these nail supplies is going to help me feel even more better, but I am sorry if my congestion bothers you. All right, sorry. Let's get into this. Dude, I'm pulling out like Sanrio supplies and it's a good day. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just open one. Okay, we'll open Kuromi because Kuromi is my favorite, if you didn't know. If I remember correctly, this, it's like a little nail / manicure kit. How cute. So you can like pop it in your purse or your backpack. Oh, it's so adorable. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, yeah, and the reason that I got 3 of them was because these ones are also so adorable. Little twin stars. I love little twin stars. I wish they made more little twin stars like nail stickers and stuff. And a cinnamon roll one. So cute. I'm keeping the Kuromi one for myself, but I'm gonna give the little twin stars one to my mom because she loves little twin stars too. So, super adorable. Next, we got some nail tips. Nice. So some nice like almond shaped full cover tips. I would definitely say these are more almond shaped because they're more like rounded at the end, but they're still pretty skinny. I am obsessed with like an extra long almond shape. I love extra long almond so much, but not enough people use or make extra long almond, in my opinion. Okay, next I got this foldable hand pillow. And this one I got not really to use for myself when I'm doing nails. I got this one to use when I'm doing like my mom's nails or my boyfriend's mom's nails or my sister's nails or whatever. Whenever I'm doing anyone's nails other than myself. So I just got these little things that pop up like so. It's not a pillow, it's kind of just a plastic stand, but that's okay. Oh, that's really loud, but that's all right. It will work nevertheless. Nail stickers! some hollow stars, gold hearts, silver hearts, and hollow hearts. Next, got another box. More nail tips, epic. These ones are just the half cover tips. Ooh, I actually really like these. I don't know if you can see this, but do you see how the edge is like flat right here? Usually with half cover tips, it's like pointed there, and sometimes it doesn't fit my nail properly and I have to kind of clip off the edges, but these ones, it comes already flat right there, which is really nice. I think that'll work really well. This I would say is definitely a stiletto shape. Another box. I don't remember ordering any other tips, but I might have, oh, I did. My neighbor just started using their leaf blower. Y'all know how I feel about leaf blowers. It's stressing me out. It's like right on the other side of my window, and it's so insanely loud to me. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it in the recording, but for my own sanity, I need to take a break. So if I come back looking sweatier, that's why. Okay, hopefully the leaf blower stops soon. I gave up on waiting and I put my earplugs in, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I got more tips. So these ones are just long coffin. Definitely not as long as the coffin I'm wearing at the moment, but still pretty nice. They're also all matte. So like with all of these different tips that I bought, they all come just still on the form in the box from the manufacturer. And I'd assume if you were buying it to sell it on your own website, if you like have a brand, you would just take them off of the form and put them in your own like box with little organizers for each side. So there's all those tips. Ooh, it looks like I got some gems. Yes, I did. Very pretty, just like some regular pink crystal ones. They got a little disorganized in shipping, but that's okay. What could be in here? Oh, it sounds heavy. Like glass, almost. Oh, how cute. I think it's like a little dish for either cleaning off your nail brushes, or you could put like isopropyl alcohol to clean up your nail art, or if you're working with polygel as a slip solution or monomer even. And then it kind of looks like it's made where the tail is like a little brush stand, which is so cute. And of course it's like a little kitty. Adorable. And it's really nice, like porcelain. Cute. Glitter! So just some clear iridescent stars, some more of those like same star shapes, but these ones are holographic. These ones are little hollow heart cutouts. I don't have any hearts that are like this type of hollow reflection. That's pretty, all blurred like that. Some little flower decals. Ooh. Okay, these are like some fancy ones. These silver crystal butterflies, and then these like pink crystal planet charms. It has like an iridescent reflect to it. More charms, of course. Y'all make fun of me sometimes because when I do haul videos, it ends up just being like all charms. Oh, these are so cute. So these are little starred charms with a little rhinestone dangly piece on them. And then, oh yeah, I remember getting these ones. These butterfly charms are crazy. I've never seen these charms before, which is rare because I am like constantly shopping for nail supplies in my free time. So I've seen a lot of charms. They're like these really natural looking crystal butterfly charms with a little dangly piece to them. That is insanely pretty. And then there's this one and this one with these little like dangly pieces on it. And then you get all of those same designs but in the gold as well, and they each only come with one. I really do wish that this included two of each charm so that like if you were doing a full set, both hands, and you wanted both hands to be symmetrical, that you could have the same charm to put on both hands, but you know, I don't do that, so it's not a problem. Ooh, okay, a whole bunch of nail crystals. First of all, they all have the pointed back, which is really great for if you're creating little clusters of rhinestones, which I like to do sometimes. And they're also all regular crystal, so if you look at them like blurred like that, they don't have the multiple color reflect like AB rhinestones have. But I actually prefer this regular like crystal reflection sometimes over the AB reflection because I feel like it looks more natural or like more elegant in some situations. There's those, and these packages are not resealable, and I'm not ready to organize them at the moment, so I'm just gonna leave them closed like this. But I did get them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sizes. We got a polygel nail kit. If it wasn't obvious, I am going to be doing my nails after I go through all of these supplies, so I'm really glad that I chose to get some polygel. Okay, so we've got polygel set. Okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm remembering I think I bought the stuff that is in this part separately, so I don't think that this is actually a kit. I think that it's just maybe from the same seller within the site. So yeah, probably why it was bundled together, but let's see. So here's a card showing all of the colors. So obviously I picked some sparkly reflective colors, which I'm very excited about. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 polygels in here. All of them are 15 grams. I'm not gonna open these and swatch them all just yet. I'm gonna wait to swatch them until I'm actually doing my nails. So, cool. Oh yeah, I should probably go through the rest of the stuff that was bundled with that. So we've got a whole bunch of different transparent iridescent glitters. I got this flat disc bit for my e-file, and it comes with these replaceable like sanding, not bands, but like sanding pads. I am guessing it has like, it's like a sticker, which is always a struggle for me. That's gonna be really, really amazing for creating super straight, sharp edges, because the one I have now and currently use is like a really small surface area. So the fact that this is so much larger is really nice. Actually, let me just pull out my other one so I can show you the comparison. You see that? It's a very nice large surface area. Super excited to try that. Next, I got these little iridescent / aurora shards. Actually, I think it's aurora foil, not really iridescent. Yeah, I'd definitely say this is more aurora. It's like aurora film chopped up into little shards, which I feel like could make a really cool effect if you encapsulate it. And then I got these two hollow powders, which are actually like really chunky, which is really cool because I have never used such like a chunky hollow powder before. At first glance, it definitely looks just like glitter, but they come with these little eyeshadow applicator things, which I'm guessing definitely means that they're supposed to be rubbed on as a powder. I also got some gel polishes, and I don't know what's on that one, but hopefully it did not leak inside. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, it leaked. That's unfortunate. Okay, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Let me just clean this up real quick. Nothing a little bit of isopropyl alcohol can't solve. Alrighty, so let's look at this one again. So this one's like I'm assuming like a super jelly color. It looks very transparent. An orange glittery color. Ooh, oh, this one looks so pretty. This one is a super vibrant jelly glittery color. Just like looking at that reminds me of like an underwater ocean or something. So pretty. Finally, ooh, this one is packed with glitter. Love to see it. This one's like a grape jelly color with a whole bunch of hollow reflective purple glitters in it. And the bottles are nice and glass as well. And they're also just a super cute pastel purple and pink combination. So y'all know I'm super into the purple and pink at the moment. What could be in here? Oh, just some chrome powders. Ooh, butterfly charms. These ones, I'm gonna need to actually pour them out for you to see what's going on though. some really pretty iridescent butterfly charms, and they've got like this 3D aspect to them. There's like 2 layers to the charm. Pretty. I don't think I have any like this yet. We're nearing the end of the box. We've got some pots. I don't remember what this is, and I'm not sure if these are all of the same product, because I did notice with a couple of the products on their website, you do have to order like a minimum number. Since they are selling wholesale and the prices are really affordable, I do understand why some of the items you have to buy like a minimum of 3 or 4 or 2 items in order to actually buy it. Probably wouldn't be worth it for them to ship it if you're only buying like 1 for certain items, but I am gonna have to open all of these to see if they're all the same. You know what? I do think these are all the same actually. It's just like a gummy gel for applying full cover tips, and it's just clear. I think it's safe to assume that all 3 of these are the same. Okay, I guess I was just really into the regular crystal pointed back rhinestones when I picked out this stuff, because I've got more. These basically look like the exact same thing as these ones I took out previously, except these ones are all nice and organized. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just use these as refills for these ones, because I think they're the same sizes. The problem is these packages are not resealable, so maybe I'll just have to put them in a resealable package and then I can use them as refills. That was it for the nail stuff, but I have a couple non-nail related things that I got too. The first thing being this sterling silver ring. So it's supposed to be 925 sterling silver, and it is adjustable, so I should be able to like just open it a little bit. Oh, yep, super bendy. I don't know if you can really see that in there, but it is 925 stamped, which things that are 925 stamped, it's usually because they are sterling silver, 925 sterling silver. Cute! Oh, I love the little star with the green gem. So cute. And we've got a little rectangle pink gem. And lastly, I've got some bags because, you know, your girl is just obsessed with cute bags, okay? Like at this point in my life, I don't care if the bag is Louis Vuitton, I don't care if it's Coach, I don't care if I just want it to be cute. And of course, the ones I chose are my Melody and Kuromi themed. The material is canvas. You hear that? It has a zipper, which is really nice. Ooh, there's so much room in there. Like I can definitely fit my tablet and everything I need to like go to school. Honestly, you could definitely fit a laptop in there too. I don't know if I'd be able to fit my laptop. My laptop's pretty big. Honestly, I think I might be able to, but look at how cute that is. My Melody, and it's like strawberry ice cream milkshake themed. How freaking adorable. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, and the tag, let me see what the tag is. And it is officially Sanrio licensed. Look at that little sticker. Oh my goodness, that's so official and cute. I love it. Oh my God, these bags. Oh, I'm so obsessed. That's not it though. We've got a Kuromi bag too, so just like hold your horses. Give me this. Give me this bag. Again, it's got the official Kuromi Sanrio licensed tag. And it's the exact same deal with the zipper. And honestly, I'm so impressed. Oh, also, the lining of this bag also is like this like shiny material, which I feel like might be waterproof. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. It just kind of looks like it. Kuromi! Look at how cute that is. And this one is like blueberry milkshake and like blueberry, I'm guessing that's like a blueberry cheesecake or a blueberry tart. But either way, doesn't matter. It's freaking adorable. These bags are so cute. I love them so much. I'm just gonna need to use both of them at the same time. I'm gonna have to walk around like this. The bag lady saved the best for last, honestly. So that is everything that I got in this haul. Everything that I got in this video will be linked down below in the description box, so make sure to go check it out if you're interested. I'm so obsessed with everything I got, and I'm so excited to try everything out, so let's go go do these nails now. No face cam though, because I am really hot and sweaty and uncomfortable right now. So y'all don't need to see that. So before I do a new set of nails, I obviously have to decide which hand I want to do the nails on so I can take my previous set off. And I'm actually gonna do that with you guys today because if you remember when I did these nails in my last nails and chill video, I used a peel off method that I haven't really used before. What I did was I used this water-based air dry peel off base coat underneath the Jello peel off base coat, and I did it on top of my hard gel base layer. It's funny because I used the peel off base coat in the first place because I was planning on taking these nails off only like less than a week after I filmed that, but then I got COVID and here we are like 2 weeks later. So all of these nails are not lifting at all. They're secured on there, so that's good. At least I know they won't lift if I do it the way I did it in the last video. So now I'm gonna see if they're actually gonna come off. I think I'm gonna work on my right hand today, so let's get cracking. I'm actually going to use my e-file to file down some of the nail product down to my hard gel base layer just in one little spot, and that way I'm hoping it creates like an entrance for the Jello to go in and remove the nail extension without removing my hard gel base layer. So I'm gonna use this tungsten bit and I'm just gonna carefully file into the poly gel in one little spot until I reach the hard gel base layer. I don't know if I've filed enough, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, I found my 1 kill remover. So I'm just gonna put a drop of that here along the whole edge and maybe back here too. And now I'm gonna wait for like, I don't know, a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna start poking around with the flat edge of this wooden cuticle pusher to see if there's anywhere where the adhesion is weak. You see, my problem with this though is whenever I start doing this, it's really hard to not start prying at the hard gel layer that's on my nail because I'm not trying to remove the hard gel layer. I'm just trying to remove the nail extension. Okay, it's not wanting to budge, so I'm gonna try to file a little bit more. Okay, this literally looks so weird, but I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a way for the 1 kill gel remover to reach the base gel in order to like actually melt it or whatever it does. So let's see if it works this time. And the reason I'm not just trying to like make an opening at the side walls or the cuticle area is because I have a hard gel base layer on. And whenever I try to do that, I always just end up prying off my hard gel base layer, trying to make an opening for the 1 kill gel remover to get in there. So this way I'm hoping that if I just like file off a bunch of the product towards the bottom of the nail, I won't have to do that and it'll just like come off. But at this point, it's kind of looking like it's taking more effort and more time than if I just chopped and filed off the product, because the entire reason I did this in the first place was so that it could be a really easy removal process. I honestly don't really care that much about keeping my nails after I'm done with them. It's just personally not something that I really care about too much. I just feel like it just creates a lot of clutter, which maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one day I'll regret that decision, but I really was just hoping that this would be an easy removal process, but obviously it's not. And this is like, wow, really stuck on there. It is not lifting at all anywhere. So I give up with that method. Unfortunately, that didn't work great. If you have any recommendations for what I could have done better with that, let me know. So I'm just gonna chop all these off the good old fashioned way. Okay, the chopping part is always just so satisfying, so I included that, but I think I'm just going to file this off and fill in my hard gel base layer and stuff and get these nails prepped and ready for a new set, and then I will be back so that we can actually do some nails. I am actually quite impressed with the state of my natural nails at the moment. I was definitely expecting to have at least a couple of them have lifted a little bit, at least at the free edge, because I'm not gonna lie, living with nails this long for like 2 weeks, I definitely banged my nails into a couple things and they hurt really bad. So it's a very pleasant surprise that none of them have lifted and that my nail beds are still looking pretty long and healthy, which is very nice. So I've got my hard gel base layer on there, and I actually have a top coat on it too, because it's actually the next day and I wanted to make sure that the hard gel base layer was like nice and protected while I went on with my evening and morning and such. So we're just going to pretend like this is my natural nail, even though y'all know that I have a hard gel base layer on, but I would do the exact same thing as I'm about to do if it was my natural nail. And the first thing we're gonna do is take out my dust collector, which still has a bunch of dust in it because I didn't clean it from removing my last set, but we're gonna ignore that. And I'm going to take my e-file with my mini mandrel and a buffing bit. This one is like a 180 bit, and I'm going to buff off all of the shine from these nails. So basically removing the top coat, nevertheless, we're removing the shine. You would do this also if it was your natural nail. Just make sure that you're doing it gently. You don't want to file off too much of your natural nail. Obviously, that's not something I have to really worry about because it's not my natural nail. It's a top coat, but like I said, we're pretending. My e-file just died because I always forget to plug it in. Great, amazing. I'm gonna plug that in, but for now, I'm going to finish up buffing these with just a regular buffing block. And I'm just gonna be a little extra careful with this, not to knock around my cuticles too much, since I did kind of nip myself a tiny little bit. I blame it on the fact that I am still a little bit sick and, you know, it's probably the delirium, okay? It's all right. All right, I'm gonna go wash the dusties off. All nice and clean. And before I go any further with any of like the nail prep, I'm actually going to get my tips ready. I'm definitely a little bit conflicted on what I want to do, but I think I know for a fact that I want to use the lazy girl method. So whatever I do, I'm definitely going to be using some full cover tips. It's either going to be these long almond ones, which are really pretty, or these coffin ones. And you know what? I actually am kind of a little bit tired of extra long nails and I'm craving some shorter nails. Okay, maybe not short by any normal standard, but short by my standard. So I think I'm gonna use these coffin ones actually, and I'm gonna cut them down. So first things first, I'm just gonna size them all out. And since I am using the lazy girl method, I'm going to size them out a teensy bit bigger than what I normally would do. So kind of instead of sizing it out like totally flush with my cuticle, I'm just gonna sort of hover it above my nail bed and imagine that there's like a bunch of polygel underneath it in order to size it out. While I was sizing those out, I realized that these tips are so flat. Like they are really, 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 really flat, which might be really great for your nails, but honestly, my nail beds are a little bit curved, and then with that extra hard gel on top, gives my nails even more curvature and structure. So I'm having a little bit of doubts with how well these are going to fit, especially with like polygel underneath, but we will see. So I think I'm only going to take off a teensy bit from the end here. I just want them to be like that long. So I'm going to use my little nail clipper with my magnets. And obviously I'm not going to do it that long, but let's see. I think I'm only going to take off that much. So I'm going to take off the magnet there. And then I'm going to just kind of line up each of the nails like that and chop. Perfect. And then that'll actually make it more of like a tapered square look instead of a coffin, which I actually like a little bit better because I'm kind of tired of wearing coffin. So let's do this. Epic. So at this point, I think I'm actually going to decide which poly gel we're going to use, which means it's time to swatch these bad boys. I'm just gonna swatch them on my little disposable palette, but I think I want to put them in rainbow order. So let me organize them by color first. But I think I'm gonna do it in rainbow order. So let me organize these colors first, just cause, you know, I think it'll look cute. Look at all the little faces. They're so cute. But also, my golly, do we have an abundance of pinks. We have like 4 different pink shades, 1 red, an orange, 3 greens. This one says it's yellow, but the color on the package looks kind of green. So we'll see about that. Then we got 2 blues and 1 purple. So I'm never complaining about having too much pink, okay? I love pink nail supplies. It's not a problem for me. But let's swatch these, shall we? Let's do it. So I gave those a full cure, and obviously you can tell they are pretty soft, like almost runny. I swatched this red one first and it started like merging with this pink one next to it. But anyway, I'm going to give these a really quick glossy top coat, like just a dollop on each of them so that we can actually see the full effect of all the shine. I just like doing this with a top coat that I'm like trying to finish off for one that I don't use very often anymore. Dude, these colors, I do not think that the camera is doing them even like the slightest bit of justice. So I'm definitely gonna pop in a video of them on my phone, but they are so freaking pretty and vibrant. I am actually obsessed. Like when I was swatching these, literally I had to refrain from saying something about every single color because they're so pretty. I was just kind of freaking out inside. A couple of these pinks, oh my goodness. And this green right here is immaculate. I'm like the slightest bit upset that they're this pretty because now I'm just like gonna have to do like a rainbow colored set, and I was kind of wanting to do like just like a simple soft cute set today, but these vibrant colors are definitely like, it would be a dishonor, a disjustice to not use as many of them as possible. So that's what we're gonna do. I actually think I should do like a ombre for each nail. Like ombre from this one to this one, and then like this one to this one, and this one and this one, this one to this one, and then this one to this one. Fortunately, we're gonna have to leave out the purple in this set, I think, because it's just not gonna fit in well. It's not gonna ombre well really with anything. I mean, I guess I could ombre it with the blue, but it's just gonna look a little weird. Yeah, some of these colors don't really match the polygel that well. Like this one looks like it has purple flecks in it on the packaging, but then it's actually the one without purple flecks. And then this one looks like it's the one without the purple, but it definitely has purple in it. So anyway, just thought I'd mention that. And then I think inside of the tip, I'm also going to put a couple of these hollow star glitters because whenever I do the lazy girl method, I just like cannot help but put glitters and sequins inside of the tip because it's just so easy. Like you don't have to encapsulate it or anything. So now that we've got that all sorted out, let's start with these tips, shall we? I bought this really cute little paw stand from Amazon. Is it kind of unnecessary? Maybe, but it's cute and it makes me happy, so yay. So I'm going to be using this to stick on my tips while I'm putting the polygel on. And to stick my tips on, I'm going to be using this Plasti-Tack stuff. I also found it on Amazon and I've been using it to stick stuff to my walls and it honestly works so well. So I assume that it'll work well for sticking tips on too, but we'll just have to see. Just put that on there. Nice big glob. And then just sticking the tip on. Cool. I am going to eventually dehydrate my nail bed before I put on the full cover tip with the polygel, but I'm going to do that like one by one as I'm putting the tips on because I don't want them to get dirty in the meantime while I'm working on each tip. Before we can start putting any gel in there though, I am going to prime it a little bit with this acid-free primer. I'm not exactly sure if it's necessary with these tips because they're matte, but I'm going to do it anyway just in case because I don't want the tip popping off from the polygel, sort of like a dual form. And then I'm going to put a thin base gel on the entire inside of the tip. But before I cure that, I want to put some of these glitters in there. But I do want to be able to like place them individually exactly where I want. So I'm going to pour some of them into this little tray. And then I'm going to use my nice sharp wax pencil to place them individually exactly where I want them, which I think is going to be mostly just towards the top of the nail. I do kind of like doing that, just like ombreing my glitters from the top. I feel like I do that very often. I love how these hollow stars have like a geometric hollow reflection to them. It's definitely something that I've never seen for these star hollow glitters before, which I really like. I really love when I find stuff that I don't already have. And once I'm happy with the placement of that, I'm gonna go ahead and flash cure it with my little handheld UV lamp. This one's the Diami Pin Cure one from Sweetie Nail Supply, and I've been really liking it. Alrighty, and then for the polygel, I'm going to need a slip solution, so I'm gonna put it in this cute little cat porcelain dish. Oh my goodness, it matches the theme of the paw. Love to see it. And for that, I'm just gonna use some 91% isopropyl alcohol. And if you missed my last video, my new favorite thing in the entire world is using an acrylic brush with polygel. It has made my life 150,000 times easier, and now I'm obsessed with polygel, which, if you've known me for a while and you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I used to hate polygel. Anyway, I'm gonna be using this acrylic brush. It's a number 14 Kolinsky one. I'm also just gonna have my workshop paper towel here, because things are about to get sticky. Hopefully the tapping on this porcelain dish doesn't get annoying. I think ooh, this is hard. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the red at the nail bed. Put a nice little bead of polygel down there. I'm really gonna try to make the polygel not too thick down towards the nail bed area, because I know that these tips are super duper flat, so there's really not much room for too much polygel down there. Might just have to kind of wipe some of it off. I don't want to bring it too far up either. Also want to make sure that it is up all of the side walls. Okay, perfect. Looks good to me. So, oh my God, I almost flash cured that. That would have been really bad. Okay, that would have been horrible. Because, oh, I'm so dumb. I definitely should have started the ombre from the top, because then I would have been able to flash cure it and then do the second part of the ombre and then just place it on my nail. But I guess I'll do that for the next one. It's fine. Hopefully it's not too hard to ombre this pink down. Luckily, these are really, really pretty, like really similar colors, I feel like, to ombre together. So I think it'll look really good. And it should be a super seamless ombre. Also, this polygel is super easy to work with, and I feel like a lot of polygels that I've worked with that are similar to this, where they have a lot of shimmer and glitter inside of them, are usually really easy to work with. Like, they're not too sticky. They move around really easily. They're sort of firm, but also really, really easy to move around without being super sticky. Just want to make sure everything is completely covered on all of the side walls before I go to put it on. Before I put it on, I'm going to dehydrate my nail bed with some isopropyl alcohol, the same isopropyl alcohol that I'm using as my slip solution. And then just to make sure it sticks really well and it's like super smooth and flat on the back, I'm also just going to put a nice smooth layer of base gel on the back of here before I place it on. It really helps to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And I almost forgot, but I gotta set up my flash curing lamp. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna take it off of the stand and place it on my nail. See, because it's so flat, it's gonna be kind of hard. Okay. A little bit more squeezed out at the bottom there than I would have liked, and on the sides. Just gonna try to clean it up a little bit before I flash cure it. Okay, I think the nail bed area is definitely something I'm going to just have to like go in and clean up and fill in a little bit after I file it. So just gonna make sure it's straight. Looks pretty straight to me. So I'm gonna flash cure it. I like to flash cure it in my gooseneck lamp before I put it into my lamp for a full cure, because that way I know I'm not going to knock it and make it crooked when I stick it in my lamp. But now I'm gonna actually stick it in my full UV LED lamp for a full 60 seconds. there's that one. Definitely needs to be cleaned up and filed around the cuticle area, and I will go back in and fill it in with more red after. And it's definitely going to look a lot prettier when we top coat them because these tips are matte. So you definitely cannot see the pretty sparkles and hollow from the glitters. So I'm going to repeat the exact same process for the rest of these nails, just with different colors. I like how I immediately forgot that I was going to start from the top this time. Okay, I literally forgot which color I used, and now I can't figure out what the light pink is. Is it this one? This looks like way too similar. It's definitely not that one. It must be this one. Yeah, these colors are definitely super similar, but it's okay. It's funny, the last nail video that I filmed before I got sick was a nails and chill video, and like I already feel like it's been 2 weeks and I already need to film another nails and chill video to like fill y'all in on stuff that's happened, but there's no time for that. There's so many videos that I'm behind on filming. But yeah, as I already said before, I have been sick with the coronavirus. I went to a baseball game with my boyfriend and there were so many people there. Oh my goodness, I have not been to like an event where there were that many people in so long. It was honestly super stressful. Like crowds stress me out a lot. It was really fun though, and it was the first baseball game I've ever been to, so I definitely don't regret it. But we took the trolley back to where we had parked our car, and the trolley, oh my goodness, literally, people decided to squeeze themselves into the trolley even though there was no room left. So I did not have a personal bubble in that trolley. I'm just saying, like, we were packed in that trolley. So I'm like 100% certain, well, almost 100% certain, like 98.9% certain that I came home sick from that baseball game. But it's all right because I feel so much better now. Not thankfully that he was sick, but thankfully my dad's friend had also just gotten the coronavirus, and he had told my dad that he was able to get the new antiviral medication that they have for it now, and it made him feel a lot better. So I would definitely have not known about like even the existence of that medication, but since my dad's friend told him about it, I was able to like make a telehealth appointment with my doctor, and I was able to get the medicine, which I think helped a lot. Really thankful to be able to get that. I did have like a fever of 100 to 101 for like 3 days, and I was just completely knocked out. I basically was just quarantined to a singular couch in my house for 3 or 4 days, which as someone who like needs to constantly be doing stuff for my mental health, it was definitely not easy, but honestly, I think I got some well-needed rest. In a weird kind of way, I am kind of thankful that I got sick almost. I mean, like, I wish that I would just like let myself rest and do nothing without having to be sick, but you know, it's just not how my brain works. So if there's one good thing that came out of being sick, I got some long overdue rest. Now that I'm feeling a lot better, I'm like ready to get back into the swing of things and start posting like 2 videos per week and stuff. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully nothing else happens. I feel like I literally came on here in my last nails and chill video being like, yeah, oh my goodness, I've been going through all of this stuff with my doctors and my medication for my mental health, and I am just like so ready for it to be over with. I've been going through such a hard time. And then right when stuff with that started to get better and seemed like it was getting resolved, I got knocked out, literally knocked out cold with the coronavirus for a whole week. So that was great. But honestly, through that entire thing with my medication and stuff that was happening that I talked about a lot in my last video, so I'm not going to talk about it all again. But throughout that whole time, it was like really tough, and I honestly did not give myself a proper break. So I feel like getting sick was literally just God being like, you know what? You need rest. You're asking me for help, so I'm going to help you. Here's your rest. It's also weird because my boyfriend didn't get sick and his mom didn't get sick either, and she was also with us, so that was kind of surprising. I feel like, honestly, my immune system was definitely compromised because of all the stress that I was going through the last month or so. So yeah, definitely stress does not help your immune system. So I definitely learned my lesson that I need to give myself breaks and treat myself kindly and make sure that I'm taking care of myself and not pushing myself too hard, or else I will get a break whether I like it or not, because I will get ill. I have not been that sick where I couldn't do anything but literally sit on the couch and sleep and binge watch TV in so long. Honestly, I want to say it's been years. Yeah, it's not fun. Here's my advice to you. Take care of yourself, get your rest, and stay healthy and de-stress now so that you don't compromise your immune system and get sick. Take care of yourselves, cuties. Stay safe out there. I also want to just thank you guys for being so amazing, because I posted that community tab post where I explained that I was sick, and y'all honestly just came through with the sweetest comments ever. Honestly, replying to you guys and reading your comments, I believe it helped me got better. It lifted my spirits for sure. 100%. Because it was honestly just even worse because my boyfriend Kevin had his first triathlon this weekend. So the whole past week, there was no way that I was going to compromise his health before his first triathlon. So I had to completely stay away from him for the whole week, which was really sad. And so I was just lonely on a couch watching 90 Day Fiancé and Rick and Morty and Glow Up. And you guys' comments really helped. So I just wanted to say that I love you guys, and I'm feeling so much better now. So thank you for all of your love and support. For real. So they're all on. It's definitely not the best polygel ombre I've ever done. And the reason for that is definitely because I said I was going to start doing the ombres from the top and then curing and then doing the bottom last. And then I just continually forgot to do that. So I think that if I had started at the top and then cured it before putting on the second color, it would have made such a better ombre. But thankfully, the fact that all of the colors are so similar, and then also the fact that there are star glitters on the top, kind of distracts from the point that there even is an ombre, so it's fine. It's like an elusive ombre. These definitely need to be cleaned up around the cuticles and probably on the back side as well. I think the fact that these tips were really flat and definitely not the best for doing the lazy girl method definitely made it harder to put the tips on my nails without making a really big mess. But it's fine because I'm just gonna file it up real quick and we will patch it up a little bit after. So there are a couple of these that I need to patch up a little bit, obviously this one on the nail bed area where the red squeezed out. So I'm not going to reapply a base coat or anything, but I am just going to take a little bit of primer and I'm going to apply the primer just to the nail bed area. I need to be really careful when I'm doing this not to go over the glitters, so that's probably going to be a little bit hard. I was honestly kind of thinking if I should go over the glitters with a clear layer of polygel, but that's just way too much work and I don't feel like doing that. So we're just gonna be careful. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the red. I'm gonna put the smallest little dollop down there. My isopropyl alcohol evaporated and I ran out. I need to restock on isopropyl alcohol, so we're just gonna have to use whatever is in here. And now I'm gonna smooth this out to the best of my ability because I honestly really don't wanna have to do another filing session. So we're gonna try to smooth this out really nice. Gonna go in with a micro Q-tip and make sure it's all clean around the edges. Perfect. And then to make sure it's really smooth, I'm gonna go in with the base coat again. And then like obviously this base coat, I'm using it on top of the polygel, and then I'm just putting the brush directly back into the base coat. So this is a base coat I'm definitely gonna need to set aside for using it just for instances like this, because there are a bunch of different little shimmers in this base coat now. Okay, that actually looks so good. Definitely no filing needed. So I'm gonna give that a full cure. And I'm gonna wipe it off with some isopropyl alcohol right away to get rid of the sticky layer, because ain't nobody got time for that. Boom! That is so much better. Even like the tiniest bit that the red polygel went over the glitters towards the bottom here, I feel like it kind of adds to the dimension of the glitter ombre, and I low-key like it better that way. So definitely not mad about that, and I'm so glad I worked smarter and not harder. So there's a couple more of these that I want to patch up, so I'm just gonna do that really quick. One thing that I did notice about these tips that I'm using, like usually when I'm using other full cover tips, when I wipe them with isopropyl alcohol, if there's no gel on top of them, it'll leave like this white residue behind. And these ones, it hasn't been doing that. And I don't know if it's because it's made out of a different material than my other ones are, but I do really like that about these tips. The last thing I want to do is put on a couple of charms slash rhinestones. I think I'm just going to stick to using these ones. Although I do have these flowers, these super elegant like butterfly charms, which honestly I don't know if I'm ever going to use them because I just feel bad about using them because they're so nice. These like pointed back rhinestones, which I don't think I'm going to use today. I don't feel like making clusters. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to use these. I think I'm just going to stick with using a few of these. And I actually think that this really thick gel that I got is like a tip glue and a rhinestone glue gel, because that looks like the consistency of a rhinestone glue gel to me. So I'm going to use it as a rhinestone glue gel. For this pink pointer finger is definitely calling to me, so I'm going to do that. Oh no, my brush got frayed because I didn't put it away properly. Yeah, I don't think sticking it in alcohol is going to help. I think I'm going to need to put it in some like hot water to maybe fix that. Sad. We'll use the round one instead. Get a little bit of this. Ooh, it's like a really creamy texture. That's weird. I know it's definitely a gel though. It really smells like gel. I think I'm gonna need a good amount of that. This butterfly is a pretty big charm. That's just such a pretty gem. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time deciding which charms to put on these nails. I think it's just like the selection of charms that I have from this haul. I don't really like how they go together. I don't know, I don't really like that. I think I'm gonna take it off. I think I'm gonna take it off. Yeah, that's all right. I wish I had got some character stickers, because I would definitely put some character stickers on these, but all I got were these. Maybe I should just use some of the character stickers I have. It shouldn't be that hard to remove because I didn't fully cure it. Okay, perfect. But now I am going to have to file all that off, which is really annoying. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna fix this situation and I'll be right back. Okay, instead of charms, I really love when there's just random like cat and dog stickers on nails. I don't know, it's just so cute to me. So it's just so hard for me to leave them like this for some reason. So I'm just gonna put a mixture of these really adorable cat and dog stickers all over these nails, and then I think I will be happy enough to top coat them. And to do that, I'm also using a little dollop of that same rhinestone glue gel that I was gonna use to put on the charms. except I'm going to apply it with a very thin liner brush because since it is such like a creamy texture, it doesn't really level out on its own. So I do have to be really careful not to put too much or else it's gonna ruin the nice flat level surface of my nail. You might have liked it better when there weren't any stickers, but I personally am so much happier with them now that there's these adorable stickers on them. I can't help it. They make me smile and I love them. So I'm so happy I put those stickers on and finally I'm happy enough to top coat them. So I'm gonna use this Yogo Zombie top gel. I like it a lot because it is super thick and glossy, and honestly it holds up so well. The past set that I was wearing, I also used the same top coat, and I do a lot with my hands, and I don't know, they just held up really well. Like, I waxed my eyebrows because my eyebrows were like crazy overgrown after being sick and just not doing anything for like 4 days straight. And a bunch of wax got on my nails, and usually it like will not come off, but with this zombie top gel it just came straight off, which was really nice because I hate when there's wax stuck on my nails. And then the last thing I'm going to do before I can be completely done with this set is prep the underside of all of these nails with a little bit of primer, and then top coat all the underbellies with just some random top coat I don't really care too much about. Just want to make sure that it's a no wipe glossy top coat so that the underbellies stay nice and clean. And with that, these beautiful nails are complete, and I am honestly so obsessed with them. I love them so much. The colors, the glitters, the cute animal stickers, it's everything I've ever dreamed of, to be honest, and I love these nails so much, and I know they're going to look so pretty in the sun and so pretty with a flash. So I will definitely pop in videos of that. They definitely didn't end up like the smoothest nails or whatever, just because putting those stickers on did end up making the surface kind of bumpy and lumpy, but that's totally fine with me because I will take cuteness over smoothness any day, and they're so glossy, so I'm definitely not complaining. Thank you again to Nihaojewelry for sponsoring this video. Definitely make sure to go check out the links in the description if you're interested in anything you saw today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it, you guys. I love you all so much. I hope that you're having the most amazing day, night, week, life, cuties. Sleep well if you're going to sleep. Stay safe out there. Don't get sick like I got sick, cuties. It's not fun. Anyway, I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Bye! Mwah.